guys, what's up? It's Ronnie. This is my first YouTube video, and I thought I'd tell you something a little bit my trip. I thought I'd tell you something a little bit about my. I'll get it right. I thought I'd tell you something a little bit about my trip to Czech Republic last week. For those of you who don't know me, I used to live in the Czech Republic because my mum's Czech and my dad's English, so we've sort of been like moving from one country to the other. I was born over there, then we moved here, then we moved there. Now we're back here again. I've just moved here in August. Last week I finally got to go back and see all my friends and family, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought I'd tell you a few stories that happened to me in the way. The first thing I thought was really funny, obviously no one really cares about what you wear and stuff in these like more civilised places, but in the Czech Republic, whenever you go somewhere, people stare at you if you look different. It's not just like a, oh look what she's wearing, it's like a, oh my god, oh my god. Clever me, I decided to fly in my onesie, in this thing. Yes, I decided I'd fly in that, and obviously over here it's like a really good idea, and it was cold, so it kept me warm, and it was just really comfortable to like travel in my onesie. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I was flying, you know, I was like all happy, everything's chilled, and then the moment I land in the Czech Republic, don't get me wrong, I love that country, to me it's home, I love it, but the moment I landed, people started staring. Oh my god. I sort of found it funny, because I was at the train station and people were just like looking at me as if I was some sort of weirdo, just stepped down from Mars. I don't care, I can be a weirdo who stepped down from Mars. Bring it on. The funny thing about it is that when I finally arrived, I went to meet my cousin there, and what wasn't planned was that I was going to see a friend there, and so I ran up to her, like all happy to see her, and she turned around and she screamed, as us girls do, and I screamed, and I was standing there in my onesie, where everyone was looking at me just because of my onesie, and now we were both screaming, and yeah, I'd say we looked pretty much like a big circus play, but it was really nice to see her, and that really made my day. Second day, I went to another town where my best friend lives, and I contacted her mum saying, you know, I'd like to surprise my friend, you know, because my best friend didn't know I was like coming to Czech Republic that week, and I was like, well, why don't I surprise her? I went upstairs, I opened the door, and I think I probably ruined my best friend's hockey game because she loves hockey and she was watching it, ice hockey, sorry, got to get that ice in. I just knocked on the door and she was like, oh god, who's this? I just opened it, and then she screamed, she was so happy to see me. Or at least I think she was, hugged and cried, and then it was like as if we'd just seen each other yesterday. It was like we like that we got talking, and it was so cool. Another thing that I never really used to notice when I lived there were the trains, the state of the trains and the train stations. I don't know quite how to explain it, but looks something like this. When I sat in it, I was like, am I, what time am I in? Have I travelled back in time? If you're a fan of trains and you want to see old trains, Czech Republic is a really good place to go. Monday morning, I went to visit my class in college over there, but they didn't know that I was coming either, and so I sort of came in during like the second lesson or so, and I just sort of knocked on the door and I sort of peeked in, and I'm like, hello, and everyone just like sat there, and I was like, and I thought everyone was going to be like, oh my god, hey, but they just sat there like. Actually, I take that back, there was this one very good friend of mine who stood up and he was just like, Ronnie! was like, hello. Anyway, and my teacher was really, really nice. She like gave me a kiss on the cheek and she asked me how I was, and it was really, really sweet. And then I spent half of the day hiding in the classroom because I wanted to like surprise my old English teacher. And so yeah, that was like, yeah, I think I definitely looked like I was hiding. Yeah, probably. So finally, when they had their English lesson, I stood up and I walked through the alleyway. I was like, hello. I was so happy to see my English teacher because he's really sweet. Like, if you know me and you know who I'm talking about, you know he's really sweet and he's like funny, and his English is pretty good, really good for a Czech person, because like I've had some other teachers and let's say they shouldn't be teaching me. After spending some days in college, I finally got to go to my dance class, to my old dance class, and it was so brilliant to see all my friends and especially sort of start grooving a little bit, because like I've been trying to find some dance places here in England, but there's not really been that not that good. I haven't really found what I've been looking for. I went out in the evening, went to a pub, went to a club, it was really, really good. You know, when I'm talking about friends, pigeon. After having these really good days, obviously something had to go wrong. So to sort of explain it to you, there are two towns, and I was in this town, and I had to get to this town where my stuff was. And so I got on the train, and I was going to this town, and I fell asleep on the train, and by the time I woke up, I was on the train back to the place where I was before. Now, before I got to that place, I got off quickly at the stop just before, so that I could get on the train that goes back to this town. And when I got off, I asked the conductor, does that train go to where I need to go? And he said, yes it does. But by the time he'd replied, the train had already started going. So I had to wait half an hour at this tiny little station. There's like literally like 2 seats in it. For half an hour, I had to wait there, but I survived. At least I got a new high score in Flappy Bird. You know. After having such a brilliant week, it came to the point where I had to start saying goodbye to people, and I got really emotional, and I don't remember if I cried in front of people, but I definitely cried. If not in front of people, then I cried. At least I got to like finish my whole week off with a really amazing like ball. I got to see all my friends from this town for the last time, and it was really, really good. I got to dress up, even though I went to a ball in my leggings and t-shirt, but no one knows. I'm gonna really, really miss you all, guys. This is mainly for you. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe. I will now be adding videos every week, maybe even 2, but I will see how it goes. I will leave links below. I will leave my Facebook page where I make a complete idiot of myself, which is basically Runny, and my Twitter page. So yeah, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have any ideas of what videos I should do, please leave it in the comments below. Thank you, bye!